This tutorial is on a natural eye makeup look, and we're going to start by prepping the face with Garnier Argan Oil Hydrating Mist. Then I'm going to be using the Nivea Soft Moisturiser. Prepping the face is so important for a really good makeup look. Everything just sits really well on top of the skin once it's prepped properly. And now I'm going to be prepping the eyes with the P. Louise base in shade 3. This is probably the best product I've ever used for prepping eyes. Every shadow you put on top of this, the pigment comes out beautifully on it. You don't set this product, that's how it was designed to be used. You literally just pat the product onto the eye. Then I'm going to be buffing out bronzer into the crease. This will be the bronzer I'll be using later on the skin. It's MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark Deep, and just make sure you're blending that right out. Then I'm going to be using a dark brown from Morphe Bronze Goals palette, and we're just putting that into the crease with a small blending brush, making sure to get as much colour on there. Keep going back into your eyeshadow and just keep packing it on and blending out the edges really softly. Then to prep the eye for the lighter colour, I'm using the P. Louise base in shade 3 again, just packing that on and following the shape of the eye when you do this, so you know exactly where the lighter colour is going to sit, and just tap the edges very lightly to blend this out. Then with the same brush that we used for the dark brown, I'm just going back over with the dark brown colour to make sure everything blends beautifully. And you'll notice use a mixture, tapping and swiping motions into the corner of the eye, just to make sure the shadow blends right into the base that we've just put down. And then using a mixture of light colours from the Morphe 35N palette, I just mixed a couple of these to get a really nice nude colour. Just packing that on with a brush and making sure that you go over all of that base, and once you get to the edges, just really lightly tap it on. But then after that, we're going to go back in with the dark brown again and just blend them in. I find that this works the best way, just keep going back over, really light tapping motions. Then I'm going to be using Maybelline gel liner in 01 Black, and this I'm applying with my Zoeva liner brush. This is the best brush I've ever used, and eyeliner. I don't feel like I would ever use a different one ever again. It worked really well. And then I'm just getting my client to look off to the side so I can get to the inner corner. This is a really good trick, both for being able to get into a really tight space and to stop your client flinching because they can't see the brush coming to their eye. Then I'm just putting on some lashes, and I always apply lashes with tweezers and make sure the glue is tacky once you apply it. Then you can move them into position. Now I'm lining the bottom waterline with a Marc Jacobs highliner, and now I'm on to prepping the skin with NYX Illuminator in shade Gleam. This adds a beautiful glow to the skin just before you apply foundation, and it really does make a difference. Now I'm using NARS Radiant Longwear in Aruba and Barcelona mix just to get the right shade. She's wearing tan, so you will see it's slightly darker than her complexion, but we want to make sure that it matches the neck and the body. And then just blending that out with a beauty blender to make sure it's all blended. Doing the under eye concealer, and I'm using Barry M All Night Long Concealer in shade Cookie. This is probably one of my most favourite concealers. It's something like £4. It blends beautifully, it's buildable. They've got a really good colour shade range. Then I'm just again going back in with a beauty blender to blend that out. Now I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible Foundation Stick. Again, this is my favourite product ever to contour. And then blending it out again with the beauty blender. Now I'm using that same beauty blender to apply baking powder. This is Huda Beauty Easy Bake in shade Pound Cake. This again is one of my favourite powders ever. It doesn't have flashback, it looks beautiful on the skin in real life, it's just amazing. And now I'm using MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark Deep to bronze up the face. We used the same one in the crease earlier, so this just helps everything tie in beautifully. And then we're using the same dark brown shade that we did in the crease earlier on the bottom waterline and just packing that on. And just making sure it connects to the corners. Now this is a pink blush from a blush palette I've had so long, I can't remember where I got it from, but it's just an average pink blush, and I'm just adding it all over the face again so everything ties in really nicely. Now I'm using the e.l.f. brow kit in dark to fill in her eyebrows. I like to really light eyebrows and just fill them in really naturally using the natural strokes. Then we're going to wipe away that baking powder and just use a really soft brush and make sure you do it in a swiping motion. And then highlight. This is Doll Beauty Shine Bright. It's one of my favourite highlighters ever. It's so pigmented. And then we're just going to put the same one into the inner corner as well to help that pop out a little. And then spraying the face again with a hydrating mist just to make sure all the makeup settles in really nicely together. And then just applying mascara to the bottom lashes and the top ones. And then this is MAC Cosmetics Cork Lip Liner. I love this liner, it's one of my most used colours, especially for a nude lip, it's beautiful. And then this is a peach shade from Primark Beauty. It's a liquid lipstick. I don't know the name of this, but it's a really light peachy colour. It can be quite drying on its own, so I tend to use it with lip gloss every time. Otherwise the lip can look really, really dry. And I'm just blending that in with a lip brush to make sure that there's no harsh lines from the lip liner. And then I'm using Peaches Makeup lip gloss. This is the peachy shade. And this is just beautiful. It's a really lovely gloss and it just goes really well with the MAC lip liner and the Primark Peachy Liquid Lipstick. And that is the finished look. So you wanted something really natural. This is for a Christmas party, but you didn't want anything too heavy, and it's really easy to do. You can do this on yourself if you follow these steps, and I'm really happy with how it came out. So I hope everyone enjoyed watching this tutorial. If you did like it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will be uploading some more videos soon. Thank you.